Hello and welcome. I am Nicole Arrington coming to you from Helen, Montana with Big Sky Cards. And today, I am here to show you a card made probably more with the art gallery, art gallery, rather than the sweet ice cream, but you know, I'm going to start by using the speckles of the sweet ice cream and some embossing, blah-de-de-blah, so hence some of the chaos here going on here. So what I am working with is a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock that is 8.5 by 5.5. I will fold it in half and I will set it aside along with a lot of my other things, my scraps. And then I am I've got a piece of 5.5 by 2 2/3, and I am just going to take this little splat piece, I don't know what's better called, dot piece, and I am going to stamp it a whole bunch with the Versamark. And you can just rotate it around. I wasn't, but you can, you cannot, you can, whatever. It's all about what you want. Ease and convenience. Okay, so I have sprinkled dots all over, and I'm going to take some gold embossing powder and sprinkle this on. Flick a little bit off, and you can see I've got those on there, beautifully done. And I'm just going to put my embossing powder back in my little tub. Okay, the next thing, just set all that. I will just heat emboss this so that it stays on with my heat gun, and takes your gun just a moment to heat up, but you may not be able to see this, but as it melts, it'll kind of melt into something that's shimmery and gold, you know, rather than this dark coloring. The coloring changes as you heat. So, oh, there you can kind of see that shimmer that the gold embossing powder has. All right, my stamp mat, and then I'm gonna set that over there so I have a little bit more space to work with over here. I'm going to get out the die because I'm going to cut that out. But before I cut that out, set the stamp. Oops. There's my stamp. And then I've got the little doodah, the 2 marker. But I'm going to use Flirty, Flamingo, Melon Mambo, and Mossy, Meadow. And I'm going to come in with markers, and the reason I am doing that is I want 2 tones. So I want my flowers pink and my stem green. I know. It's kind of weird concept that you want to do that. So I'm just going to take the brush tip of my marker and just color those in there. And then I'm going to come in with my Mossy Meadow. And color the stems in dark green. Okay, and one of the tricks I have been told, and I just huffed on it like you would like a window that you want to steam up in case it got dry. But one of the tips I have always been told is you go from the lightest color to the darker color so that your yellow, or in this case our pink, doesn't get that green on it. It's okay if our green gets a little pink because it won't affect our green. But the other way around, it will affect. Okay, and I'm just going to pick it up and huff on it. And there we go. And then I guess I don't need the Melon Mambo. I just need the ink pad, and I'm going to come in and give it some darker tones. Give it that two-toned look. So pretty. And I do like the set for the ability to do those two tones. All right. I'm gonna go die cut those. So I'll line my die up with that, and then I will hold it down with washi tape, but my washi tape's over on the other side. So I'm just going to set that aside. We're going to pause because the other thing we're going to do, oops, I want to heat emboss on that as well, just like we did with gold. And then I want to put my sentiment on so that when we're back, it's all good. Alright, so from So Sentimental, I've got wishing you much happiness today and always. And I have to find my white embossing powder. There we go. I forgot I wanted to do that. I had to pull out my tubs of most used pieces. Alright. Stick that on there. Flick that off. And I'm just taking my finger and just kind of dusting off the excess. And then voila. Those of you who are not into embossing powders, let me tell you, I felt sticker shock when I bought a bottle because it is tiny. It is a small thing, but they're now about half the size. And let me tell you, most people will never run out after you buy one. You just won't ever run out. And I have only run out of a few, and that's because I make ginormous lots of these cards. And I mean, maybe I've made 200 or 300 with a particular bottle of embossing powder. So that little goes a long way, but I wanted to get this done because my heat gun's still hot. Get that done. and I'm gonna go ahead and pause, and I'll be right back with my pieces die cut. Alright, I am back, and we can go ahead and assemble. So I'm going to put my Whisper White piece that we put gold embossing powder on here. And I want you to know, you don't have to pick the ice cream one for the splotches. There were several, the painted poppies of things I owned. There was painted poppies that had it. Oh, Forever Ferns got some splotches. There was another one I have that I have used the splotches before. So my ice cream is not the all end all answers. So it doesn't have to be, you can substitute any of the splotches. I just found the ice cream ones was kind of my largest one, so I went with it. We'll state that. Okay. And then I'm gonna put that on. Oops. Oh, I didn't bring my, maybe if I'm really, oops, sorry for the motion sickness. There we go. Okay. And this die, it comes from the Hippo Happiness set. And Hippo Friends, maybe is what it's called for the die. And then these are going to come in like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the little, I think the mini, we're going to dimension those up. And here's something that those minis are just fabulous for, these smaller pieces, and then you don't have to cut them. Not that you can't take bigger ones and just cut them, because I will do that too. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of the thread, just a little, piece of white thread, make a little bow. And embellish. Okay. And because I never have the patience, I am using glue dots. And here, because I just want to tuck that glue dot down and in half, even though they're minis, just so you don't see it. Okay, and there you have a stunning, simple card. Well, maybe it's a little bit more complicated based on the time, but it's still a great, relatively easy card, and very stunning. If you would like any of the items I have demonstrated today for you, please shop on my online store. The link is provided below, and that helps me continue to bring you videos. The other thing is, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave it in the comment section or email me at bigskycardsnicole@gmail.com. Also, that is provided in the link. Any of these dimensions, as well as a shopping list, is provided below. And please check out my website, bigskycards.com, where you should be able to find something like this as a card kit. And all you will have to do is provide your own glue. And this is the glue I am using, just in a small bottle. That is that glue that I have just stuffed it in a finer tipped bottle, but that is all you will need to be able to make any of my card kits. So, you know, you don't need embossing, heat guns, or die machines, or anything like that, but you can still make beautiful handmade cards for everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and happy stamping. Goodbye.